All right, so we've all played around with AI, right? You know, the kind that can chat with you, write an email, give you some quick answers. But what if it could go way, way beyond that? I mean, what if it could actually do your work for you? Today, we're diving into an AI that's not just about talking. It's about taking control of your computer and getting stuff done. Think about it. Right now, if you ask an AI for help, it'll give you a great set of instructions. Here's how to build that website, or here are the steps to analyze that data. But guess who's still doing all the work? You are. You're the one making every single click, typing every line of code, and dragging every file. It's helpful, for sure, but you're still doing all the heavy lifting. Well, that's exactly where this huge shift is happening. We're on the verge of moving beyond AI that just advises to a new kind of AI that actually acts. And let me tell you, this isn't just a small upgrade, it's a total reimagining of how we even use our computers. And leading this charge is a new technology called DeepAgent. The whole idea here is to create a true digital worker. I'm talking about an AI that can use your computer just like a human would, navigating through apps, clicking around in your browser, managing files, basically handling complex jobs from the very beginning to the very end.
Okay, so let's really get into it. What makes DeepAgent so different from the chatbots we already know and use? Well, it really just boils down to one core, fundamental difference.
The keywords here are autonomy and direct control. The idea is you give it just one single prompt, a high-level goal, and DeepAgent just takes it from there. It breaks down the goal, figures out all the little steps, opens up the right apps, and does all the work. You literally don't have to lift a finger. And this slide, right here, really hits the nail on the head. A chatbot, it tells you how to do something. DeepAgent, it just does it for you. Think of it like this. One is an instruction manual, and the other is a skilled assistant who just grabs the mouse and keyboard and gets the job done.
Now, I know this probably sounds a little like science fiction, right? But the process behind it is actually pretty logical. So how in the world does an AI take control of a computer to pull this off? Let's pop the hood and take a look. It's not magic, it's just a really clever mix of tech.
Okay, so it all kicks off with your prompt. First, DeepAgent uses a large language model, the same kind of brain that's in a chatbot, to figure out what you want. But here's the cool part. It then combines that with computer vision, so it can literally see your screen, just like you do. It can spot buttons, menus, and text boxes. From there, it makes a plan. Okay, first I'll open the code editor, then the browser, then I'll post an update in Slack, and then it actually executes that plan by taking control of your mouse and keyboard. It's the whole workflow from start to finish.
So that's the how, but what about the what? What does this actually look like in the real world? What kind of jobs can this thing really handle? Well, the examples are pretty mind-blowing, actually.
Okay, for any developers out there, this is a big one. Just imagine typing in a single sentence like, build me a full-stack blog website with user logins and deploy it to the web. And then just watching as DeepAgent writes the code, configures the database, and pushes the whole thing live. Wow.
Or how about for a business analyst? You know that task that takes hours, maybe even days, scraping data from a dozen competitor websites, cleaning it all up in a spreadsheet, then building charts? Yeah, that can all be automated. DeepAgent can just go to the websites, pull the data, and build the dashboard for you. And this is for pretty much anyone who has to do research. Think about all that time spent searching, copying, pasting, formatting. It's a grind. Instead, DeepAgent can do the deep dive online, pull together all the key findings, and spit out a professional-looking report complete with images and citations. Done. And as you can see, this isn't just for one specific job. It's for everyone. Developers can automate all those tedious coding chores. Businesses can finally connect those clunky workflows between apps like Jira and Slack. And hey, even for your personal life, imagine telling it to plan your vacation, and it goes out and compares flights and hotels across 10 different sites for you. That's the idea. So, when you step back and look at all of this, it points to something much bigger, doesn't it? This isn't just another automation tool. We're talking about a fundamental change in how we work. I mean, what happens when AI stops being just a tool and starts being a teammate? And this quote really nails it. When an AI can execute actions, it's not just a passive thing you ask questions to anymore. It becomes an active player, something you can actually delegate a whole project to. That's when it starts to feel like a real member of the team. This is exactly why people are calling this a game changer.
I mean, the hours you'd save, that's the obvious part. But think about all the little human errors it could eliminate from those boring, repetitive tasks. Plus, by getting all your different apps to work together, it unlocks a whole new level of productivity. Okay, but let's talk about the elephant in the room, safety. Are we really supposed to just hand over control of our computers to an AI? That sounds a little scary. And that's where a feature called Human in the Loop comes in. The AI is designed to pause and ask for your permission before it does anything critical, like deleting a file or sending that big email. It gives you this perfect balance so the AI has autonomy, but you always have the final say.
And when you actually break down the benefits, the impact is super clear. Look at this. Half of the value is just pure time saved. That's time you get back to focus on the big picture, on being creative. But on top of that, you've got a huge boost in productivity and a nice drop in those costly little mistakes.
So all of this, the saved time, the fewer errors, the complex tasks getting done, it all leads to one really fascinating question. For so long, we've seen computers as just tools that we operate. But with an AI that can not only think but also do, that line between tool and teammate gets really blurry, really fast. The age of the true digital coworker, it might be just around the corner. The only question is, are we ready for it?